Ladies and Habibis, we are going to introduction to you rising star of South Asia. He is very well educated. He knows Islam and Christianity very well. He done what they said he can. He is Doctor.
Alhamdulillah.
Wait a minute, what are you doing, Zakir? You come out, it's not you. Habibi, take him out. Sorry, there was some problem. He's Adam Sikher.
Hello everyone, this is your favorite Murtid. Salamul Masih, peace of Christ be with each and every one of you. I hope you guys are having fun. Hello everyone, your favorite Murtad is live once again. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. And this weekend brought us a lot of information. A lot of things are happening in this world right now. And what can I say? Uh, Islam in itself is doing a lot of stuff. And w- what is that? Muhammad, the king of Saudi Arabia, is now asking investors of non-Muslim countries to come in and invest. Literally, things are going in so many different ways in today's world right now that it's just simply unbelievable. Would you even believe if I put things in a song? Let's see. Yeah.
Yo, baby, listen up. Claim what's yours now. Ain't no dude rolling you, so pick your vow. Half brain, half belief, half the wealth you claim. In Islam, if you naked, girl, don't play that game. Still you fight hard like a chicken for a KFC. Deceived by the blind, do your faith really see? Your Quran's hiding secrets, dimming your spark. Your Allah's the real devil, lurking in the dark. I'm Adam, yeah, I said it. Your daddy in this game. I'm Adam, you know the name, don't you dare put shame. I'm Adam, can't you see I'm your nightmare, boo? I'm Adam, call me what you like, I'm the truth. Cashier dropping wisdom, cur to be in play. You testing my gang, I'll expose your whole way. I see you fronting, acting like you legit, but your Allah know you lying out here playing that shit. Islam broke my heart, lost my crew, bond was through. Thought I found the truth, but it was a lie, who knew? Left the faith on the road, torn from the divine. Tears flow like rivers, left my home behind. Pride I wore like a crown, turned to dust in the blaze. Had a prophet on my mind, bowed my head in shame. Now I'm down, just a victim of struggle and blame. Lost in the streets, trying to figure out my name. Spit on your blind faith, I stay true, no faking it. Temptation of paradise, nah, I ain't chasing it. You brought the blade down, but I wield the pen. Armored in truth, ain't no stopping me, friend. I'm Hojakul Murtadeen, that's my style. This ain't just fashion, it's my life for a while. I'm Adam, yeah, I'm Adam, watch me rise, no doubt. I'm Adam, can't shake me, hear me shout. I'm Adam, yeah,
Adam.
Your daddy in this game. I'm Adam, yo, to know the name, don't you dare put shame. I'm Adam, can't you see I'm your nightmare, boo? I'm Adam,
Yeah, baby.
what you like, I'm the truth.
Yeah, baby. I hope you guys loved it. We are gonna release the song very soon. This is just the stanza, one single stanza of it. We're gonna release it very soon, and you will be able to download it, put it as a ringtone. So everyone over here who would like to put it as a ringtone or anything as an English music, they will definitely will be able to do that. It's music and songs can reach millions and trillions, far more than the information that we can share um, in a sentence manner, in a statement. So thank you so very much, everyone, for being here, and thank you so very much for liking the Hindi song that we put up, and thanks Mrityunjay for doing that. So we have another friend who worked here, and he built up this song. Very nice vocals, very nice lyrics, and what a fine composition. It's just beautiful, and I hope you guys liked it, you guys loved it. And you know, at the end of the day, just like a picture speaking 1,000 words, a song can do miracles, can do wonders. And that is why, at the end of the day, it's very important. It is very important to realize what a music can do. It can literally do wonders. Literally. And so with that being said, let's talk about our today's topic. How can this be God? You know? How can this be a true religion? You know? How can this be true religion when we have these kind of things? And why just said once more, once more. All right, I can do it once more because like you need to understand. Do you understand the lyrics? Can you read the lyrics? Let's see if you can read, you can comprehend the lyrics, and let's talk about this. How can this be true God?
Yo, yo, baby, listen up. Claim what's yours now. Ain't no dude rolling you, so pick your vow. Half brain, half belief, half the wealth you claim. In Islam, if you naked, girl, don't play that game. Still, you fighting
Yes.
hard like a chicken for a KFC. Deceived by the blind, do your faith really see? Your Quran's hiding secrets, dimming your spark. Your Allah's the real devil, lurking in the dark. I'm Adam, yeah, I said it. Your daddy in
Yeah.
this game. I'm Adam, you know the name.
Yeah.
Don't you dare put shame. I'm Adam, can't you see? I'm
Yeah.
your nightmare, boo. I'm Adam, call me what you like. I'm the truth. Cast dropping wisdom, cur to be in play. You testing my gang? I'll expose your whole way. I see you fronting, acting like you legit, but your Allah know you lying out here playing that shit. Islam broke my heart, lost my crew, bond was through. Thought I found the truth, but it was a lie. Who knew? Left the faith on the road, torn from the divine. Tears flow like rivers, left my home behind. Pride I wore like a crown, turned to dust in the blaze. Had a prophet on my mind, bowed my head in shame. Now I'm down, just a victim of struggle and blame. Lost in the streets,
Yep.
trying to figure out my name. Spit on your blind faith, I stay true, no faking it. Temptation of paradise, nah, I ain't chasing it. You brought the blade down, but I wield the pen. Armored in truth, ain't no stopping me, friend. I'm holding
Yeah,
on
baby.
like a Dean, that's my style. This ain't just fashion, it's my life for a while. I'm Adam, yeah, I'm Adam, watch me rise, no doubt. I'm Adam, can't shake me, hear me shout. I'm Adam, yeah, I say
Adam?
your daddy in this game.
Yes.
I'm Adam, yo, the know the name, don't you dare put shame. I'm Adam, can't you see, I'm your nightmare, boo. I'm Adam, call me what you like, I'm the
That's
truth.
what nightmare looks like. That's what nightmare feels like. That's what nightmare looks like. So that's what we are doing. We are gonna have fun. We're gonna enjoy. We're gonna feel it. We're gonna see it, and we will destroy the arguments with the arguments. But songs are good because songs actually are a way to communicate in a manner that a particular statement might not be able to do. So that's what it is. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked it, and we're gonna work on it with everyone. All right, let's go into our topic for now. Let's see. We have some guest over here. Let's see. Kurdish, Mr. Kurdish. Are you a Muslim, my friend?
Hello.
Hello, sir. Asad, are you a Muslim?
Yes, yes, I am Khurshid Asad.
Yes, my friend. What do you want to say, my dear?
Sir, ये English speaking है?
Yes, this is my English stream, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
For Urdu stream, join Saturday. Every Saturday, 9 p.m. India Standard Time. Then we will talk with you in Hindi. All right, we have another friend. Let's see who that guy is. Mr. Houzi, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah, Josie.
Josie. Okay, a lot of people pronounce J as a ha. I don't know. Yes, sir. Are you a Muslim?
No, I'm not.
Have you ever been a Muslim?
There was a point in time where I was thinking about converting, but once I got to know, actually, like read and know the religion, I just instantly lost any want to ever think about joining something like that.
But Muhammad Hijab said that the way or the reason why he is a Muslim is because he learned Islam from by reading it.
Right, right, but I mean, if he's okay with pedophilia and slavery, and just like wanton murder, I mean, I if that's I just don't know what to say. That's just insane to me.
Okay, let's listen to what he's saying.
All right.
What made me assured that Islam is true, basically.
Oh.
For me, what made me assured that Islam is true is basically the Quran. So I started an in-depth study of the Quran on my own self. As the
So he did an in-depth study of the Quran, and he is like, "Damn man, I gotta accept this religion. This is the best religion." Why? Can you please mute Josie?
Yeah, yeah, I'll mute. I'll mute.
All right. So why? Let's see why.
teenager, because I wanted to see certain things. I looked at everything, like all the claims that would be made for and against, from mathematical miracles to scientific miracles. I looked at everything. I looked at the linguistics.
He looked at everything, guys. Mathematical miracle, scientific miracle, and everything. Like literally everything. And linguistic miracles. Imagine. Even the Arabic linguistic miracles, okay?
Now, the thing really that did it for me was the language, because
The only thing that did it for him is the language. No scientific miracle, no nothing. What did for him was the language. And what language?
after a while, I realized that, you know what, this book, it could not. It's not fathomable that this could have been from a human being. If someone had, I'm not saying obviously this is not the case with Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, but if someone had absolutely like the worst record in morality, but presented that book, I'd accept them as a prophet. Do you know?
Oh, if someone with the worst morals, and he said he's not talking about Muhammad, but we know everything about Muhammad, and it's absolutely true that he has the worst moral in the history of all human beings. Uh, Yet he said, like, he's not saying that this is true for Muhammad, yet he would accept Quran because of the scientific miracle and linguistic miracle and all these yada yada yada. So, guys, what do you think? Does he have a girlfriend? Let's see what he says. Because his girlfriend said something. Let's listen.
Repeat it again very carefully. The scientific miracles argument in the Quran got debunked. The scientific argument, scientific miracles in the Quran is debunked.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Sorry, I didn't hear that. Sorry. Let me. I didn't hear that. The girlfriend of Mimi Hijab. Please tell us again.
Repeat it again very carefully. The scientific miracles argument in the Quran got debunked.
Ah, it got debunked. Oh, can you please say it one more time?
The scientific argument, scientific miracles in the Quran is debunked.
Ah, it's debunked. Okay, you heard that, right?
And we as Muslims, guess what? It doesn't bother us to the least. So
Yeah, it doesn't bother. Oh. But Mimi Hijab just said it's because of the scientific miracle and the linguistics of the Quran. What's happening here? Am I missing something?
They're practicing taqiyya.
Are they?
Yeah, whether they'll admit it or not.
one of the reasons I accepted Islam was the scientific miracles. I'll be honest with
Oh, he accepted Islam because of the scientific miracles. This guy, the girlfriend of Mimi Hijab, like, listen, why did he accept Islam?
you. One of the reasons I accepted Islam was the scientific miracles.
Then scientific miracles are debunked, so he should leave Islam. Isn't that true? Let's see.
I'll be honest with you. And
He's very honest right now. Okay, guys. He accepted Islam because of scientific miracles. He's being very honest. Okay.
now we know that this whole scientific miracles was absolute nonsense, not total.
It's absolute nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. What did he say? He just said it's absolutely nonsense. He's being very honest, guys. Okay, trust me, bro. He said he's being very honest. You don't. Okay, okay. Sorry. Let's read if he's being honest. Let's listen again. Maybe he's not very honest.
One of the reasons I accepted Islam was the scientific miracles. I'll be honest with you.
He's very honest. He said that.
And now we know that this whole scientific miracles was absolute nonsense, not
It's absolute nonsense. Any Muslim who would like to join in, because I'm having a blast of a moment. I'm like, without smoking anything, I'm high because of what he just said. I'm high on his statements. He just said what? He's being very honest, by the way.
I'll be honest with you. And now we know that this whole scientific miracles was absolute nonsense, not in total. But guess what?
Not in total, but it's absolute nonsense. I don't know how you can say it's absolute nonsense and then you would say not in total, but it's absolute nonsense. Okay.
Allah led me to Islam. One of the reasons was because of the scientific miracles.
Allah led him to Islam, so he didn't do anything. It's Allah who did that.
And guess what? Did I leave Islam when this whole scientific miracle thing got debunked?
Did he leave Islam? No, he did not, because obviously he cannot. He only found out that Islam gives him all the rights over women, give him possession power, give him all the sexual immoralities and everything in the world. How would he leave that now? How will he do that? Why would he leave that now? Yes, Mr. Josie.
Yeah, those are just the perks of Islam, I guess. You can lie, you can rape, you can marry children, you can enslave people, and I just think it's hilarious that like all these things are haram, right? Like women, looking at women, sexualizing women, lusting after women, and it's all a sin. Yet when they go to heaven, apparently heaven for them is a whorehouse where they get pavilions full of whoreys and stuff. So, like, what kind of God would say all this stuff is sin and then give you sin in heaven?
Exactly. So he's saying it absolutely beautifully. So, brother, you wanted to say something. I didn't let you finish. So please state your statement, and so that I could continue. It's just something that I wanted to share before we could say anything. Yes.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that like that I was just because I kind of lost my path or whatever, and I was just looking for like purpose and stuff, and I came across Islam, and at first I was interested or whatever, but then when I actually like started to find out about it, I was just like repulsed about it and stuff, and I couldn't understand how anybody, grown man, especially women, could even follow something like that. And then it's like they have like Stockholm syndrome because they defend it like as if it treats them like a woman instead of like garbage, which is what it is, you know. And yeah, I just wanted to say that, and in case people on here wanted to try to defend, especially from people like Hijab and Alicia Dawa, and just let them know, you know, that like these people are liars. They'll say anything to just like how you just posted the videos and stuff. Like these people are liars, and they'll lie about anything just to get you to join it, you know.
Absolutely, my friend. So, yeah, you're right about that. So, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, brother. I'll see you guys in the chat.
Thank you, sir. And I will see you soon, my friend.
Okay, brother. Nice talking to you, man.
Same here, same here. Take care. God bless you.
God bless you too, brother.
All right. So this was our friend okay, no, Josie. Josie, as you can see that when even in the West, these people are trying to deceive everyone and trying to get them to accept Islam, but it's not possible. Anyone who learns Islam just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, and if they have just 2 cents of a brain, it will be very, very difficult to deceive them. So yeah, that's what reality is. That is the reality. Anyhow, we have some super chats. Let's acknowledge these as well. Hartik said, "What's up, my guru?" Sir, all good, sir. Thank you. And then we have Denver from Canada. He said, "There's a part in the Tashhud which says, Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabi. Why is a prayer being said to for Muhammad to Muhammad, not for Muhammad? It's to, not for. Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabi. It's direct salam to Muhammad, not for. The for part is on the other thing. When you say Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad, so Allah pray for Muhammad, but here it is to Muhammad. Prayer is for God, yes, but in the prayer you are directly addressing Muhammad. So when you are directly addressing Muhammad, it simply makes Muhammad and Allah to be the same, co-equal, co-eternal. That's what it does. It makes Allah and Muhammad co-equal, co-eternal. That's what it is. So that's what it is. So the word for and to is very, very, very important. You know, when we talk about the debate that happened between David Wood and Mimi Hijab, it's very important because when David Wood actually spoke about it, Mimi Hijab spoke about two and four. You need to put four and two explicitly in the locations. Inna Allah wa malaikatu yusalluna ala nabi. That is the place where you will put four. But here, Assalamu alaikum ayyuhan nabiyyu, that is the place where you'll put two because you are directly addressing to Muhammad. You are giving salah to Muhammad. You are giving salam to Muhammad, not for Muhammad. For is
He
here.
says, Allah says that Allah yusalli ala nabi. And he's here saying that he prays to the Prophet. There's a difference between yusalli lahu and yusalli ala in the Arabic language. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was going to have to give you a free Arabic lesson here today. I knew it. And that's why the translators put for, not to the Prophet. You don't know what the words in Arabic mean. Don't here speak salah. Come on, please, don't embarrass yourself.
According to Mr. Hijab, what did I say?
And he's here saying that he prays to the Prophet.
What did I actually say multiple times?
Surely Allah and His angels pray for the Prophet. Allah and His angels pray for the Prophet.
What's the correct translation?
And that's why the translators put for, not to the Prophet.
I hope you guys are loving it. It's for the Prophet, not to the Prophet. So yeah, in Allah wa malaikatu yusalluna ala nabi, it goes for the Prophet. Here, Assalamu alayka ayyuhan nabi, it is to the Prophet because you are giving the salam directly to Muhammad, addressing to Muhammad, not for Muhammad. And that makes Allah and Muhammad co-eternal, coexistence in 100% coexistence. That's what the reality is. So yeah, I hope you guys liked it. So even Even when we are talking about these things, we kind of see absolute things where the absolute things are. So let's see what Mimi Hijab, oh sorry, the girlfriend of Mimi Hijab actually said completely. By the way, his mouth is too open, too wide, just like his prophet. When the prophet was killing the people, he was laughing so hard that you could see his molars. Can you see the molars of this guy? No, he's not laughing too much. So he's still not laughing as much as Muhammad would laugh.
One of the reasons I accepted Islam was the scientific miracles. I'll be honest with you. And now we know that this whole scientific miracles was absolute nonsense, not in total. But guess what? Allah led me to Islam. One of the reasons was because of the scientific miracles. And guess what? Did I leave Islam when this whole scientific miracle thing got debunked? 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 Debunked?
Oh man.
Debunked?
Oh man.
Debunked? Debunked? Debunked?
His cassette got stuck there. His cassette got stuck on debunk. Man, I can't hear debunk even further. Is he saying more debunk?
Debunked?
Again, he just said it again. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of debunks. That's just too much debunks. That is just too many debunks. So sorry. So scientific miracles are debunked. Absolutely debunked. Debunked. Okay, I'm not going to say that again. Sorry. It's just like like should should we hear another guy? Maybe we can think of another guy. No. He said it again somewhere else. Let's see.
Argument of scientific miracles debunked. It is debunked. And
It is debunked. It is debunked twice again. No cassette stuck.
guess what? We don't even need it.
He don't need it. But did he not say that? Honestly, he accepted Islam because of scientific miracle. He just said that in another video.
What? He's saying.
Huh? Did he imitated a hen? Let's see.
He's saying the argument of scientific miracles debunked. It is debunked. And guess what? We don't even need it. What? He's saying the argument of scientific miracles debunked. It is debunked. And guess what? We don't even need it. What? He's saying the argument of scientific miracles debunked. It is debunked. And guess what? We don't even need it. What?
I'm just loving it, man. This is so beautiful. This guy is a masterpiece in itself, man. This guy is a masterpiece in itself. It's just crazy how these guys speak. But then there is a Pakistani so-called degree holder who can't even read the Quran is gonna say what?
Instead, all of the miracles of the Quran, if you look, you'll find scientific evidences for them. I have a video where I present that even NASA talks about the craters across the moon and the fact that there's two sides of the moon. Now, we do.
Crater across the moon? Like, really? This guy is crazy. And then this, it's masterpiece so-called. He's like, they're still proclaiming scientific miracle. They're still proclaiming, and other Muslims are saying, yeah, it is debunked. And the other guys are, no. There is a crater across the moon, and NASA agreed, which proves that Muhammad splitted the moon into two, into three or four or five or at least two, into two. I don't know why
have amazing things in the Quran. We don't believe in those kinds of things. Islam, all the prophets are righteous. These are Abdullah.
All the prophets are righteous? Really? Okay. If you say so. Would you like to join in and tell me if they were righteous or not?
Ibn Umar, he said, yes, we did see this, right?
Is the earth flat in the Quran?
Whether the earth is flat or round, this is something that's been discussed even amongst Islamic scholars.
There you go. So the Quran talks about flat earth, but it's been discussed among the Islamic scholars. Okay, we are not going to think about it. We are not going to talk about it here because you are a new Muslim. You are a new Muslim, so I'm not going to talk to you about whether the earth is flat or round. But yes, it has been discussed among the Muslims, and a lot. No, sorry, majority of the Muslims. No, 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 no. All of the Muslims before the 14th century unanimously agreed that Quran talks about flat earth. Pancake over pancake over pancake over pancake over pancake over pancake over pancake and over pancake. So seven earths in form of a pancake over pancake. This is what Quran talks about. This is what Ahadith clarifies about. And it's been discussed when? After the 16th century, not before. Are you sure Quran talks about? Okay, let's see further. Let's see what else. What else does he say? Oh, what happened to this guy? What happened to my internet? It's not working. Really?
I mean, this is not really something that is a part of Islamic creedal issues, you know. And this is in Surah Al-Anbiya, and this is something beautiful because the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, could not have known that at that time. He was not a literate man. He was not an educated man. He
But Allah was illiterate. Allah created the world. Allah should have told him that the earth is round, not flat. I thought Quran is not given by Muhammad. I thought Quran is given by Allah. Your argument is Muhammad was illiterate. He didn't know about it. Hence, Quran does not say it. So basically, Quran is given by Allah. No, no, no. According to you, Quran is given by Muhammad. So Uthman ibn Farooq just proved in this statement that it was Muhammad who gave the Quran, not anything else. Not anybody else. Not anybody else. That's the reality of it. Let's see what Denver says. But that is a major problem. How can you pray to a dead person? This doesn't make sense. How can he be the eternal life if he is already dead? Then that's what the Muslims fight about. Some Muslim says Muhammad is still alive. Some Muslim says Muhammad is dead. Even Quran talks about it that Muhammad will be the witness over all the Muslimin. For Muhammad to be witness over everyone, he has to be alive. But then he died. Did he not die? Yeah, he died. Does he has a grave? Yes, he has a grave. So if Muhammad has a grave and Muhammad is dead, how can he be witness? Brother Denver, that is exactly why they did not bury Muhammad. They were waiting for Muhammad to come back alive. But he did not. And his body started to smell like a rotten egg. And on the third day, they have to bury him because he started to smell like a rotten egg. Quran chapter number 4, verse number 41, Quran chapter number 2, verse number 143, Quran chapter number 9, verse number 94, they all talk about that Muhammad will be the witness over all the Muslimin. And he died. And he just simply died. Yes, Denver, you're so right. Yet Muslims in their prayer actually says, Assalamu alaikum ayyuhan nabi. They directly talk with Muhammad. Har Hari Thick. I hope that's what your name is. It says Salwan did the right thing. Absolutely, I fully agree. Discussing the deepest, darkest evil. He's a hero and incredible example to all of us. We all will finish what he started. Absolutely, brother. May his soul rest in peace. Salwan Momika was a good person. He was so sick of this cult. He tried to expose this cult, and now he's just a news. And everyone actually is destroying this news as well. My YouTube channel got a strike because I created a video on Salwan Momika. You will not find this video on my channel at this moment because YouTube removed it. Every single person who created a video on the YouTube for Salwan Momika. His videos are removed. Hatun Tash created 3 videos, all 3 were removed. I don't know how many other people made videos about him and showed the information that those videos are removed. Salwan Momika is a news which YouTube and every left winger idiot is trying to remove from the planet. They are trying to remove this name, this information out of the history by removing those information. Thankfully, it is still there in Twitter, which is now known as X, thanks to Elon Musk. So the information is still alive in X, but all the other places you will see that those informations are removed and have been removed, and the rest are being removed every day. That's the reality. I will never forget Salwan Momika. I love him as a brother. He is the person who gave his blood and his life for all the ex-Muslims, and that's the reality. Mr. Paroximus says, do play the loop verse once if you may. Which loop verse? Paroxysm. You have to tell me in personal DM. Dayul Kalbi said, can you cite the reference of Muhammad and Abu Bakr grouping Halima? Yeah, Halima reference, I think you asked me again. Uh, it is in Arabic, and I think it was somewhere. I forgot exactly where it is. I'll still have to check where it is. But yeah, Abu Bakr held his breast. I'm gonna check it out and I'm gonna send it to you. Dayil Kalbi. Shunyadi said, Adam, you forgot Mo is like. Oh, we have a friend here. Hello, Mr. Friend. How are you, Mr. Eric Cowboy? What are you doing, my friend?
I am doing fantastic by the grace of God. It's good to see
Awesome.
you,
God
brother.
is good. God is good. How are you? I
All
just
the
played your video.
time.
That was just so beautiful. You made him say the thing, I don't know, 200 times, I think. That's just too much.
Oh, I just wanted to nail it through what he was actually saying because it was what's so bad about it is he doubled down again not very long afterwards. I was actually on a trip with my family whenever he did that, and I was editing it on my phone, trying to get the short edited. And that's the one that I ended up posting. But yeah, he was very clear. Those are all debunked. And it's like this was a major thing by many Muslims have told me how this is such a wonderful miracle.
Absolutely. And by the way, Shunya said, Adam, you forgot Mo is like a Schrodinger's cat, if I'm not pronouncing this incorrectly, dead and alive at the same time. Thus,
Yeah, Schrodinger's.
Quran proves quantum physics. Oh my goodness, brother, in Christ, Quran proves quantum physics like the Schrodinger's cat.
Because it claims to be true and not true at the same time. So what is it exactly? You have to lift it up to find out the truth, I guess.
We are going to look into it today. We are definitely going to look into today. But there's somebody here who came here and then ran away. Mr. Khan. My name is Khan and I'm not a terrorist. You may join in and I'll add you, don't worry. And then we have Hari Thik. Adam Bhai, this is Hari Thik, not Hari Thik. Huh? Hari Thik, not Hari Thik.
Heretic.
How?
Isn't that heretic? I don't know.
Hartik, not Harithik. Okay, Hartik. If now I think I pronounced it, it should be now 1920. So 1920, Hartik. not heretic. All right, I got it. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. I'm really bad with the pronunciation of Hindi names. So sorry about that. Ritik, yeah, just like Ritik. So just like Ritik. Oh, just Ritik. You don't even pronounce R. H is silent. Oh, oh, H is silent. It's just Ritik. Oh, H is silent. Okay.
I like that. I like the movie series.
Yeah.
Riddick. That's a funny little movie series. Very
Yeah,
interesting.
Ritik. Like Ritik Roshan. Oh, so Ritik Roshan has H with him as well? Okay, I didn't know that. I never read his name. So Ritik Roshan. So it's like Ritik, not Haritik. Okay, perfect, perfect. Got it, got it, got it. Ritik. Yeah, man. Yeah, the H is killing me. So thank you so much. It's Ritik. Makes sense, makes sense. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Now I fixed it. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate it for fixing my pronunciation. So, brother, the scientific miracles has been debunked.
According to Ali Dawah, yes. The scientific miracles. I just wanted to list out in that video, just real quick, all the scientific miracles he was really claiming were debunked. And this was, according to him, a major factor in his conversion to Islam, because this was what was his major pull, one of the main things. And well, now it's all gone. He knows it's all debunked. It's all a bunch of lies. But he found something better to believe in. In fact, Islam teaches not to believe so much as just submit.
Ah.
So that's where he's at. And it's like, it's not a very strong position.
Interesting, interesting. But, brother, now, what is his reason? Because if you look at it, your video even says that he's being very, very honest. Very, very, absolutely honest. Okay. That this was the main reason. So, what is the reason now?
Unspecified. He never states what his actual real reason is now. He just says it's a much better reason. Much better reason.
No, but like, what is that much better reason?
I would like to know. But
like,
he seems not to specify.
Like,
just
for
a
example,
vague statement.
Islam allows him to rob other people, steal, lie, break an oath, be a child molester,
Kill
pedophilia,
apostates,
kill the apostates, and do the hunting of Zoroastrians because they are very cheap. They are like really cheap. Killing Zoroastrianism
extremely
is
cheap.
very cheap. It's 1/15th of the value of any Muslim. Uh, be a terrorist because Allah is a terrorist and Muhammad is also a terrorist and all that. So what else? Polygamy, having multiple wives at the same time.
And he doesn't have to tell his second wife about his first wife. He just he goes out and gets her.
True
Just
that.
has
True
to deal
that.
with it.
True that. True that. So he can have one wife in London and one wife in Spain and one wife in Egypt, and he can have so many wives in so many countries, and no wife will be, no wife has to know the other wife. So
And
yeah,
we have no clue which wife's on his videos after all, because all we see is a dry erase board and a black tarp.
Absolutely, absolutely. There is somebody called Ibrahim or Ibrahim in the chat which is saying, "Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?" Okay, brother, you have to say this at least 100 times before you can actually ask a question. Okay, so you have to type, "Can I ask a question?" at least 100 times before you actually ask a question, because otherwise I don't answer the question if somebody don't ask me at least 100 times. Brother, in Christ, do you actually answer somebody a question if he don't ask you, if he can ask the question 100 times?
Absolutely do.
You do the same thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
In fact, as mentioned, an add-on to our list for Ali Dawah is also the female goats.
Oh, female goats. Do you have that? Oh, you have the female goat with you? Nice. This looks so sexy. Very sexy female goat. That is so cute. This is so cute. That's just pure Ali Davi. This looks like Mrs. Ali Davi without the
And
hijab, by the way.
it's completely halal, considering it's also eating a bit of the Quran.
Alhamdulillah.
And it is part of the Arabic Quran itself. So not going
Wow.
cheap on it. It's got to be legit.
I was listening to a video the other day, and there was a Christian guy on the channel. He was talking about the English translation of the Quran. All right, so he was speaking with some Muslims on Speaker's Corner, in Speaker's Corner, and he brought up the Quran, which had the English translation. Okay, so he was talking to Muslims, and the other, no, this is not the Quran. This is not in Arabic. And he's like, this is the translation. You know, this is the translation, and I'm talking to you about this particular verse of the Quran. It's written here. No, no, this is not the Quran. The Quran is not even only in English. There were like 5-10 people there, and so he said, like, okay, so it means this is not the Quran, and they said, yes, it is not the Quran. And he said, are you sure this is absolutely sure this is not the Quran? And they are like 5, 6, 7 Muslims. No, this is absolutely not the Quran. And he's like, last time I'm asking you, is this not the Quran? They said, no, this is not the Quran. He threw the Quran on the floor, like bam, and all the Muslims were like, ah! You threw the Quran on the floor. You blasphemer! You blasphemer! He's like, all of you said this is not the Quran. If this is not the Quran, this is just an ordinary book. What's the problem in that? It was so funny. It was like literally so funny. So it's not the Quran only if you are using it to have a debate with them and showing them their hypocrisy of the Quran and showing them the idioticity in the Quran. But if you throw it on the floor, then it becomes the Quran. You see that?
Now it sounds like a move I'd do. That sounds great to me. Sounds like the perfect move. The perfect move.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is so true, sir. That is a perfect move. I love that, by the way. And our Ritik is crying and then saying thank you. No, Ritik, it took me some time, but I got it. I got your name. I will not pronounce the H anymore. I'll just say Ritik. And then we said getting the who is there? There is some silly guy in the live chat. My moderators will manage them. Don't worry. My moderators will manage it. Denver, don't worry. The moderators will manage the idiots. And by the way, the idiot, if there is one, probably there is one, if Denver has sent that kind of a message. My friend, you can join the chat. You can join the link and come have a debate. What's the problem? Why are you so scared that you have to be in the live chat and not join the link? Are you scared?
I've come to the firm position that Muslims are allergic to links. Because no matter what I do, they seem not to want to click a link. Make it as easy as possible. They don't want to click the link.
Absolutely, because
in the chat.
No, but they'll click all the links in the world which talks about scientific miracles, but they will not click the StreamYard link. So I need to go into the Quran, but we have another. Ritik said Eric is the goat with the goat. So Eric, not Eric, Ritik, the second goat has to be in small letters, not capital letters. The first goat is in capital. That is perfect because it's greatest of all time. But the second goat has to be in small letters. See, I can fix your spellings now. You can fix me in the Hindi spellings, but in the English spellings, I can fix you now. So the first goat is capitalized because it's acronym. It's GOAT. greatest of all time. But the second goat that Eric had was a goat, a real goat. Yeah, baby, that one. Thank you, Ritik. Appreciate it. Yeah, so Eric has a goat, and Eric is a GOAT. Yeah, baby. So,
Yeah,
Mr.
this has a little bit of a story behind it. David would ask me to send him a goat. So lo and behold, he got a goat with the Quran in it. So that's where
Nice.
that came from.
So I have something to show you, sir. We had talking about some, because the first video was about the Mimi hijab and his claim, and his claim was not just the scientific miracle. Because you know what made him assured is not just the scientific miracle, but the history and the linguistic and all that. So let me bring it up, because I'm going to talk about some historical issues in the Quran. Let's listen to that.
Do you know what made me assured that Islam is true, basically?
Oh.
For me, what made me assured that Islam is true is basically the Quran.
Hmm.
So I started an in-depth study of the Quran on my own self as a teenager because I wanted to see certain things. I looked at everything, like all the claims that would be made for and against, from mathematical miracles to scientific miracles. I looked at everything. I looked at the linguistics. Now, the thing really that did it for me was the language, because after a while I realized that, you know what, this book, it could not, it's not fathomable that this could have been from a human being. If someone had, I'm not saying obviously this is not the case with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but if someone had absolutely like the worst record in morality, yeah,
Which Muhammad had the worst record in morality. Yes, he had.
Oh yeah,
a book, I'd accept him as a prophet.
So my brother, this is what Muhammad hijab is saying. So, but like today's stream is not about Muhammad, so I'm not gonna go into that, because otherwise the stream will be very, very dirty and sexy and 18 plus. So I don't want to go there. But like, let's talk about some linguistic issues or some historical issues and some scientific issues. Will that be okay with you, brother?
absolutely.
So you know, there's a Muslim prophet called Yusuf. He was
I've
sold
heard of him.
by his 9 brothers to a Egyptian king, and then there was a female who loved him so much. Is that story was taken from somewhere else in the Bible as well?
It sounds kind of familiar, almost as if the name was changed, but everything else was relatively kept the same, except for some major
misunderstandings. So that's like,
generally it sounds similar.
Generally, it sounds generally similar, but it is yet very different. But like, was that prophet Joseph, if I'm not mistaken?
That would be Prophet Joseph in the Bible, yes.
So Quran actually says that they sold him for reduced price, a few dirhams. Dirahim. Few dirhams. Just a few dirhams. Brother, do you see a problem here, or do I need to tell everyone about this problem?
Would it be the fact that the currency did not exist at the time of Moses? No, not Moses.
Joseph.
Not even at the time of
David.
Yeah.
Not even at the time of Jesus. So dirhams were not even there. How can Quran says that he was sold for few dirhams?
I could see if they were trying to translate it, if someone's trying to translate it into a language that we could understand. But since this is supposed to be from God's accounting of the actual event that he was there for, there's no reason for it.
But like, we have another problem. Okay, let's take them as a coin. Okay, a currency coin. You know when the currency coin were used?
No.
Not before 600 BCE. There is no record for any coin being used before 600 BCE. Do you know when Joseph was in this world according to historical evidence?
Going back through the
Around
math.
1800
17.
BCE. Yeah,
17 would be about because the
1700 BC.
Israelites were about
So
12.
even if we remove the dirham and put coins there, all right, a currency coin, Quran is still 1,000 year approximately off. 1,000 year off. So how can Mimi Hijab say that the linguistic of the Quran is so perfectly aligned in the history and the science and the mathematics that Quran has said something which is not even there, like 1,000 year after, and Dirham wasn't even there. Dirham were like what? It's sometime in the AD. So why would Quran do such a stupid mistake?
Now, just as perspective, these are coming from the same people who jump on the Bible for saying Pharaoh when they should have been called kings or vice versa. And saying, see, the Quran fixes this because it calls it the correct one of that time period. Well, not really. You still see errors like this.
By the way, Bible actually talks about that because Muhammad was stealing these things from the Bible and they didn't know about that. It's in Genesis chapter number 37, verse number 28. 20 shekels of silver. And what is a shekel? A shekel is 8 oz or 220 gram. That was a shekel. Back in those days, people do not have currencies. They never had coins. They never had coins. Let me just repeat it again and again. They never had coins. People used to do trading as a barter trading system, and one of the trading system that they use is gold and silver, and they would use a grammage of gold or grammage of silver, saying, I will sell this to you for 500 grams of silver, or whatever X grams of silver. And one of the currency in that area for the barter trading, they created a system of of uh, 11 grams to be 1 shekel. And this is the same thing that we see in Pakistan and India. We still uses this method, and we call it a tola. A tola. A tola of gold is equal to approximately 11.66 grams. 11.66 grams. Tola is the same shekel system that they used back in old days, because the grammage system was introduced much later. Why did we use grammage system? Because we wanted to make everything in thousand, so it will be easy to calculate. So we created a new system called grams, kilograms, metric gram, metric something something something, the metric system. It all came so that we could have everything in hundred and thousands, so that it will be easy to calculate. But back in the early days, it's called a tola, and a tola is equal to 11.6 grams of nowadays of grammage system or calculation system. And this is the same system that is still running in India and Pakistan. When you buy a jewelry, when you go and buy a jewelry, you'll say, what's the weight? And the person will say, it's like 6.7 tola. And how do they calculate tola? They have a tola system and a tola system, and they would still use that. And they would still do that. And this is the reality at the end of the day. Brother Eric, would you like to say something before I continue? Hey, Abraham, why don't you ask the question if you have any, or join the live stream? Why are you babbling in the live chat? Do you want me to send you to Makkah to kiss the black stone? Do you want me to send you to Makkah?
I mean, look
I've
at the.
asked you again. If you have a question, ask, shoot the question. If you don't have a question, get lost.
I mean, we've just pointed out a small, what I would consider a small error. Granted, it's still a large error considering it's supposed to be from Allah Himself. But you can see it. I mean, he's melting down. I mean, shut up. Trying to get us to stop talking about this because he knows it's an issue.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Hey, silly. I'm reading what I'm showing. Shoot the question or join the stream, or I'll literally send you to Blackstone to kiss the Blackstone in Kaaba. Okay? Right now, you have 10 seconds. If your next comment is not a question, I'm gonna shoot you to Blackstone. Join the stream. Join the stream. Click on the StreamYard link and stop babbling. I don't care about the dogs, because whenever a human walks in India and Pakistan, the dogs bark in the street, just like you. So stop barking. Like I said, you have 10 seconds. Time is moving really fast, and I know StreamYard is 15 seconds behind. So I'm giving you additional 50 seconds, 15 seconds. Send the question or you are being kicked. 5, 4, 3. All right. You can actually send Blackstone as a comment. There you go. Put user in timeout. Okay, go. 5 minutes. Kiss the Blackstone and come back. All right, brother. Sorry. There are some idiots. Yeah, he'll ride. He will ride the Burak. He'll ride the Burak with the wings. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Eric, you were saying something. Sorry.
Oh no. I was just agreeing with you. Yeah, he's got to get in there quick, get out. Hopefully the line's not too long.
Oh no, he'll rush through the lines. He'll rush through the lines. So anyhow, when we look at dirhams were invented in 74 AD. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's even after BCE. Joseph is 1700 BCE. Dirhams came in 74 BC, and I'm not even talking about Islamic dirham. I'm talking about the dirhams. And if we look at when was the coins actually invented for the very first time, that happened somewhere in 600 BCE. Joseph is all the way in 1700 BC. Allah was 1,000 years off. If the God of the universe, who created this universe, know the universe inside out, how can the God of universe send something to Muhammad which he wrote way before he created the universe, way before he even created the universe? How can he be 1,000 years off, my friend?
Well, you see, the problem, Adam, is you're expecting him to know everything and to get it precisely right. I mean, he's been around for how long? 1,000 years, plus or minus precision. He'll get there eventually, right? You need a little help.
I like this comment, man. This is crazy. You'll get here eventually.
Plus, minus, get there. It's all noise in the system. 1,000 years, 1 year.
Good one. Let's talk about something else. Another miracle. Because scientific miracle has been debunked, we have to talk about other miracles. You know, there is a person called David.
There are many people called David. In fact, David is one of the most common names.
Sorry. Sorry. In Quran, there's a person called Dawood. Who is a prophet.
Prophet Dawood.
Prophet. P-R-O-F-I-T. Dawood in Quran is a P-R-O-F-I-T prophet. Okay? Not P-R-O-P-H-E-T. He's a prophet. Okay? That Dawood the prophet, you know what Allah did? Allah gave him a miracle, brother. And that miracle is that Allah gave him a bounty and said, "Oh mountains, sorry, once again. Did I read it wrong? Does it say, "Oh mountains"?
Yes, he's addressing the mountains.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry. I thought I'm reading it wrong. I'm sorry. I thought for the sake of a few split seconds, I thought that my English is so bad that I can't even see it. So anyhow, Allah is talking to the mountain. He's saying, "Oh mountains, repeat praises with him." With who? With the David, which is Dawood. Again, a stolen thing. And the birds, and we made people for him iron. What did we do with the iron? Let's see. Next verse. Make full coats of mail and calculate the links and work righteousness indeed of what you do sing. So Allah made iron meltable, curvable, so that David could actually make a chain mill. Eric, David is making a chain mill. Do you know what a chain mill is?
I know it quite well.
Okay, do you know
Very
when
well.
David was living around 1000 BCE?
Yes, I know
Around
when he was
1000
living in that.
BCE is the era of David.
Yes.
You know when the first chain mill was ever created in the history of the fights of the sword and the arrows?
That would be 3rd century.
Absolutely, 300 BCE. So, brother, tell me something. How is Allah 700 years off?
It's so crazy because if you were to have this, if you were to have chainmail in this century they lived, that would have been game changing. That would have been game changing for the armies. They would have been able. It was such an upstep from what they currently had. It would have changed everything. They would have been able to wipe everyone out because they have the best armor of that time. Something that wasn't invented again until 3rd century BC.
And I fully agree with you. But that game changer thing is something that never happened, amazingly.
And it's very specific on this. It's talking about a full coat of mail, and you got to calculate the lengths. I mean, you can't get anything else but a chainmail shirt out of this.
Absolutely. And Allah is again 700 years off. By the way, we have Ibrahim. He came back from after kissing the black stone. Let me add him. Mr. Ibrahim. Mr. Ibrahim, speak up. You're live.
I hear a little something.
Mr. Bani Ibrahim, you're live. Speak up.
You said about Blackstone.
I said about Blackstone. I did not said about Blackstone.
Why
I
is
said
the
Blackstone.
Blackstone so important to you?
No, it's so important for the Muslimin.
Why?
I don't know. Ask them. Are you Muslim? Mr. Bani Ibrahim. And he ran away. Man, he just ran away.
How dare you talk about the black stone? It must be so important to you. The black stone. No, it's a Muslim. It's a Muslim idol. It's a very clear pagan idol that the Muslims stole from the people of Mecca because Muhammad wanted it.
I don't know.
Your guys' thing, not ours.
He never even spoke anything. He just ran away. Like didn't he wanted to ask a question? Guys, did Bani Ibrahim wanted to ask a question? Yes. But Blackstone, I sent him to kiss the Blackstone when he was just babbling and not shooting the question. Now he came here. He had all the time to ask a question. And he said, you talk about Blackstone. No, today I did not talk about Blackstone. I said Blackstone. There are two different things. Talking about Blackstone is that I'm going to talk about the rich virtues of the Blackstone. according to Islam. Today, I'm not even talking about the virtues of the black stone, whether good or bad. I'm not even talking about black stone. I sent him to kiss the black stone. So I used the word black stone. And
Adam, real quick
yes, sir.
here. Isn't
Yes.
kissing the black stone a good thing in Islam? Isn't it considered
Absolutely.
something holy?
Muhammad
So,
said
in
if
other words,
you kiss the black
Yeah.
stone, all your past sin are forgiven.
so you just told him to go do something that, according to Islam, is very good.
Absolutely. But
upset
now
about
we are talking about black stone.
Oh, you want us to talk about Blackstone, I guess?
Now we are talking about Blackstone. The problem is previously we were not talking about Blackstone. Now we are talking about Blackstone. That is just so silly. So you are telling me a stone can forgive sins, brother Eric? A stone.
Yep. Can wipe
How is
away
it?
sins. That's definitely not a thing that only God can do.
How is this
Definitely
not
on
idol
Islam.
worshipping, brother?
I cannot tell you how this is not. It looks like it. It quacks like a pagan. It looks like a pagan. It walks like a pagan. It seems to be a pagan tradition.
Absolutely, brother. It is a pagan tradition because it was there way before Muhammad pronounced himself to be a prophet, and it was there, and he kept it there. And whatever the old people were doing, Muhammad kept on doing the same thing, and that's what it is. So Ritik said, "How dare you talk about the black stone?" Sorry, Ritik. I will not talk about the black stone today. I don't even want to talk about the black stone. I want to talk about the Quran and the scientific and the historical issues in the Quran. That's what I'm talking about. So let's talk about that part. So, brother, indeed, Allah is 700 years off when it talks about chainmail. And if at the time of David had chainmails, just like you said, because that back in those days, when the sword is hitting you, it's hitting you. Like, but the benefit of the chainmail was that it will repel the sword. It will not allow the sword to penetrate into your body because sword comes in an angle. It and it will hit the chainmail and it will not penetrate. So you will
Well,
have an advantage over everything.
the advantage of chainmail is they're interlocking, so that whenever you have something that would slice, it would slide across the chainmail without much issue. If you're piercing, unless it's very fine, because you can see many arrows that are designed to pierce through chainmail. But if it's not fine and it's broad, then it will get caught within those lengths itself. Now, what year was David alive again? In
around 1000 BCE.
1000 BC. So that would be 200 years after the collapse of the Bronze Age. So the Bronze Age collapse had just happened. So the highest level of technology that they had at that time was bronze. Now they're going into a bit of a darker spell than that, because you just had the three major powers go through a huge uproar. So yeah, he would, if he has iron chainmail at that time period, he could be running around with a pointy stick and still have an advantage on everyone.
Very well said.
Poor
Very well
Goliath.
said. Yeah. And when talking about Goliath, Quran doesn't have Goliath. Quran has something else. By the way, Ibrahim joined in again. Let's see if he wants to talk about his question rather than Blackstone. Mr. Ibrahim.
You know, yeah, no, I
No.
have to admit that I what ha 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 ha. I mean,
You were laughing.
let me just say
You were
something.
laughing. You were laughing, and I'm laughing. So can I
Let
not
me
share your
say
laugh?
something.
You joined in. You started laughing. Can I not share your laugh?
Yes, of course.
All right. Let's all share the laugh. Everyone, please laugh.
let's all laugh towards that black stone, because what I initially understood, I'm
Are you a
sorry about
Muslim?
it. Now that's exactly where the things go wrong, because
Are
I'm
you a
not.
okay? If you are not a Muslim, what's the problem? What's the question? Just shoot the question. Why did you even ask about the black stone? So what's the question? My friend, shoot the question. Hello, Ibrahim, Bani Ibrahim, Mr. Ibrahim. Man, can you go to the neighbor, the internet that you're stealing from? Go close to the wall of your neighbors. It might better your internet connection. Hello, Ibrahim. Okay, Ibrahim is gone. I don't know. His internet connection is so bad. It runs for like exactly 30 seconds and then it finishes. Ibrahim, don't join my chat if you are still stealing your neighbor's internet connection. So go buy your internet connection first of your own and then come back. Okay. All right. So what were we talking about, Eric? Oh,
Well,
chainmail.
chainmail,
Bronze
the
is.
impact of chainmail in the yeah.
So when did the Iron Age started?
Iron Age started. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was much later.
Yeah, it's around. It started from around 1200 to 550 BC. Okay, that's the final metal age, the Iron Age. Wow. So yeah, David actually is in the end of the Bronze Age and the start of the Iron Age. So he was like in the middle of it. Like that's where the Bronze Age connects with the Iron Age.
Now, notice that the invention of chainmail isn't until much later in the Iron Age. So this would be
For
like
sure,
getting
because like when
the
the
high level
Iron
of
Age start,
technology
you
right
cannot.
then.
Yeah, when the Iron Age start, you cannot just build the links and everything. It's just not possible to do such a thing when you actually started the whole thing. It's just how it is. It takes time for the Iron Age to get implemented into a much beautiful Iron Age. That's what it is. But anyhow, so yeah, that's the whole idea. It takes time, but Allah had no idea about any of these things. Why would anybody accept Islam or stay in Islam?
Now, I could see if Allah is magically making this chainmail, but again, this would be definitely a huge, huge note in history to have this as basically Allah giving the concept of chainmail to people. Again, the chainmail wasn't invented by the Israelites. That's not a thing. So somehow someone else got the same idea that Allah had and was able to do it. There has to be a whole industry behind this. In fact, that's why we had the Bronze Age collapse, is because there had to be an industry built up just to produce bronze equipment from three major superpowers in the region. So you would have to have that sort of production happening to be able to manufacture chainmail from iron. Again, not going to happen unless it's like God is there giving this miracle. But you see, if that happened, then we should see some written record of this occurring because it's such a major event.
Absolutely, without a doubt. So, brother Eric, I have a question for you now. Crucifixion. I thought crucifixion were created by Romans. Is that not true?
Well, I thought that too. I was under the conviction of that, but the Babylonians did participate in it, and so did the Assyrians.
So
in the
the
6th
oldest
century.
crucifixion record is by Assyrians in Babylon in the 6th century, but Romans perfected it. Let's just put it this way.
Yes, Rome was very good at two things. They were very good at building roads and killing people. Very efficient.
Perfect. So Assyrian Babylonian created a method of crucifixion which is not just like the crucifixion of Romans, but it was something called crucifixion, yes, because they were still hanging the person on a on a tree-like structure, or on a stick-like structure, hanging him with ropes and everything, letting him die. Romans perfected it by putting nails and everything, and all of this is happening between the third and the sixth century. Between the third and the sixth century, between sixth and the third century, because you have to go backwards. So between sixth and the third century, they perfected crucifixion, and then the crucifixion started. My brother, let me ask you again. Joseph, when was Joseph alive?
We discussed that, and it's like
17th century,
17.
18th century.
But then that seems a little off again.
How? You have to first see the verse. Joseph is talking
Well, I know
about
where you're going.
crucifixion. Joseph is talking about crucifixion. Oh, two companions of the prison. So there were two companions in the prison. All right, you know that. This is in the Bible as well. As for one of you, he will give drinks to his master of wine. The vision, the dream that Joseph had, and he was talking to his people in his prison. But for the other, he will be crucified. One will be crucified. Brother Eric, and by the way, the Arabic is the same. Salabu. Fayuslabu, which is salab. Salab is the base word. Fayuslabu, it means that he will be. Fa, he, ya, fayus, he will be. So he will be crucified. Sulab is crucifixion. So I can't understand if the crucifixion is being invented by Assyrian, Babylonian, and perfected by the Romans, how the person in the jail of Yusuf is being crucified in the 17th century BC. How is that happening, brother?
Well, you see, this is actually very simple because you're missing the complete miracle, right? Because the miracle isn't the fact that he knew about crucifixion or that the individual was going to be crucified. It was the fact that this guy lived over 1,000 years in order to reach the time period that he could be crucified in Persia. That's the real miracle here.
So the companion of Joseph in the jail lived over 1,000 years. No, 1,200 years, brother. So he lived at least 1,200 years to go to Babylon and be crucified by Assyrians.
Yes.
Wallah, Habibi, that's a miracle of Allah. MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah. That is beautiful, brother. I had never thought of this miracle of the Quran. I accept Quran. Can I recite the Shahada now, brother? Ashhadu, Ashhadu, Allah, Allah, ilaha, ilaha, illah, Ashhadu, Allah. I am now a Muslim, brother. I am now a Muslim.
These are all the scientific miracles that Muhammad Hijab was talking about here, right? All the historical miracles. So this guy, his long life is recorded here in the Quran. His abnormally long life right there with Mary.
It's just here, brother. This is why Mimi Hijab accepted Islam. Because of the linguistic miracle, the historical miracle, the scientific miracle. Wallahi, nothing can actually do such a beautiful thing except the one God Allah. Nobody else can do this, brother. Nobody else. Only the one God Allah, and it has to be one, brother. You need only the one God Allah, only, which can let a person live for 1,200 years so that the person could be crucified, because Yusuf saw a dream in which he was being crucified, and hence he became crucified, brother.
Makes perfect sense to me.
It does? Really?
Oh yeah, makes perfect sense with Mary being the sister of Joseph and the mother of Jesus. So I mean, they already got people living over
Sister of Aaron,
1,000 years.
Aaron,
Aaron,
brother, Aaron.
Aaron, which would also, according to biblical sources, be the brother of Moses as well. But nevertheless, you see, there's precedence for this miracle. So obviously, this is just another example. I will be right back in just a second.
All right. And our brother Eric will be right back in just a second, and I will be right back in just a second. In the meantime, let's have a short break. I hope you would like the break as well, because my breaks are very, very good as well.
Hello Habibis and Sheikh lovers. If you would like to support the Adam Seeker, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Adam Seeker. We thank you all for your kindly support and enjoy the video. By the way, this was a commercial break. And also, please don't forget to comment and like and also subscribe. You know, it's free, Habibis. Don't be tight like Muhammad and Muhammad's father, Abdullah, and Abdullah's father. Anyway, let's don't go in there. God bless you all. Please go to Patreon and make your donations. Only if you would like to support. We don't force like Muhammad. Hello, Habibis and Sheikh lovers. If you would like to support the Adam Seeker, please go to Patreon and show your support. www.patreon.com/Adam Seeker. We thank you all for your kindly support and enjoy the video. By the way, this was a commercial break. And also, please don't forget to comment and like and also subscribe. You know, it's free, Habibis. Don't be tight like Muhammad and Muhammad's father, Abdullah, and Abdullah's father. Anyway, let's don't go in there. God bless you all. Please go to Patreon and make your donations. Only if you would like to support. We don't force like Muhammad.
And we don't force like Muhammad, everyone. This is what we are. We are good people. We are not like Muhammad. I hope you guys enjoyed the short break, because that's a commercial break is very, very important. Sometime in the middle, we have to run the commercial break, because if we don't take the commercial break, this is what's going to happen. Because I do not want you guys to go to sleep while I'm speaking, so I put some commercial break in the middle, because that is how I keep you awake. Otherwise, and I do not want you to read the hadiths with me, otherwise you will be
yeah, baby. Yeah.
See, I am so good into this, I'm always there. I'm so good into this. I love you all, because that's what I am. I am just a lovey-dovey, beautiful friend of yours. I hope you enjoy. So we have Ritik. So Ritik, thank you for another beautiful super chat that you have given us. But because you have done so much, I'm going to give you the star today.
Early, and this is indeed a sign, yet most of them are not believers. Give alone to Allah, give alone to Allah. Ride the wings of Gabriel, give alone to Allah.
Thank you, Ritik. You have ridden the wings of Gabriel. Thanks for giving the loan to Allah. And Ritik said, the fact that Allah stone was stolen by a kafir and used for a toilet and brought back broken up in pieces is all you need to tell about Allah and his supposed power. I hope they disinfected it regularly. So many people have touched it, kissed it, licked it, and did everything, so they don't need to disinfect it anymore. It's just, and yeah. Thank you. I hope you got the You got the meaning. All right. So with that being said, and brother Eric is here again. I hope you guys are not sleeping anymore, because I made my purpose absolutely the best so that you guys will not go to sleep when I'm speaking. Yes, brother Eric, do you have to say something before we continue about this beautiful thing that Allah is crucifying somebody at the time of Joseph?
I mean, I've already made sense of it, so I'm good.
You're good.
And it
Let
makes
me show you
perfect sense
another
this guy
miracle.
lived over
Let me show you another miracle. This is a miracle. Like, literally speaking, this is not a historical error, but this is a miracle. And you will know why. You will know why. Check this out. This is the time of Pharaoh. And the magicians fell down in prostration to Allah. You know, when Moses spoke to Pharaoh and there were magicians there, they threw the snakes. Moses threw his staff, and the staff, Moses' staff became snake, and snake ate the snakes of the magician. So a magician fell down. Okay. All right. They said, we believe in the Lord of the worlds. Okay. And they said, the Lord of the Aaron and the Moses. Okay. And they said Pharaoh. Pharaoh said, you believe in him before I gave you the permission, O magicians? How do you believe in him before I gave you the permission? Indeed, this is a conspiracy theory. Okay. It's a conspiracy theory which you conspired in the city to expel therefrom its people. But you're going to know very soon. This is what Pharaoh is saying. What the Pharaoh says next is very important. And it says, I will surely cut off your hands and your feet on the opposite side, and then I will surely crucify you all. All right, brother. This is the miracle of the Quran. Okay. This is the miracle of the Quran. All right. Let me show it to you. Now you have read that. You have read everything. Now you read everything. Let's go to the paintbrush. So guys, understand this. What is crucifixion? In crucifixion, you have a danda and you have this danda, and there will be a guy, okay, who will be placed here, okay, and his legs will be like this, and he will be crucified. There will be a nail here, and then he has his hand here, and he has his hand here, and there will be a nail here, there will be a nail here. This is how you crucify a human being. Now imagine this guy, the same guy, you have to cut his hand and feet from the opposite direction. So he has no hands and he has no feet. Okay. So now you have this guy. There's no hand, no legs. The miracle of Allah is that at the time of Pharaoh, there was a crucifixion in such a way that a person can be crucified after you cut his hand and feet. Brother, how is this possible that you crucify a person after you cut his hand and feet?
I really cannot even put a spin on this because crucifixion itself relies upon those, because according to how the Romans did, and I'm assuming they are meaning the Roman crucifixion at this point, is they have to have the knees slightly bent so that the person who is being punished has to push themselves up in order to free their diaphragm, in order to take a breath in. In order to exhale, they got to slump back down. So it's a constant up and down motion, pushing against the nail that's at your feet and the nail, and pulling on the nails that are at your arms, while your back is being scraped against a rough wooden basic pole. And the way you die is by asphyxiation most of the time. So you would, that's one of the reasons why when we hear the gospel accounts and we see the water pouring out of the spear hole in the side of Jesus, that actually makes medical sense, because that's a process that happens is you get mucus building up that would look like water from someone outside. So you'd have blood and water mixed together pouring out of his side if he died of asphyxiation. That also means there's no question in the fact that Jesus did die.
Absolutely on that.
There'd be no way for someone without arms or feet unless Allah miraculously, after Pharaoh cut them off, grew them back so that then they can be crucified.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing I got.
Just Jane actually said something very important. Yes, in the Assyrians' time as well, there was another type of crucifixion where the person is crucified like this. And I understand where you got it from. Let me do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you
On a
can do
pole.
it on a pole as well, like this, like this. So yes, you can do it on a pole as well. But to do that on a pole, you still need the hand and the feet. But if you have killed the hand and the feet, you have removed the hand and the feet, how can you crucify the person? And this is the miracle of Allah, brother. Miracle of Allah is that in the Quran, the Pharaoh is crucifying the people 1500 years before the crucifixion was even invented by first cutting the hands and feet from the opposite side. There you go, brother. This is the real miracle of Allah, brother.
I really can't understand how you could do that with a stump. That's
Well, this is
basically all
the
you're left is a stump. And what they do, tie him to the pole? That's not really crucifixion. That's more of a hanging.
yeah, that's hanging. I agree with you. But Allah never said hang the person. He said crucify the person.
Which is a very specific execution style.
Ah, our Devi is here. Devi Bulan Anakdeva. Apostate of Allah. Welcome. Welcome to our channel. Sister, God bless you. Long time no see. I hope you are doing well. Yeah, this is the miracle of Allah, that a person can be crucified without the hands and the feet. Wallah Habibi. So, brother, this is the linguistic miracle that Mimi Hijab was saying, that he accepted Islam because of the linguistic expertise in the Quran, brother. These are the linguistic expertise. He will surely cut off the hands and feet on the opposite side. Opposite side means from the side where they are growing. And then, like, then is very important. Then is very good because it says summa. 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 If it was instead of summa, it was a vow, it would have been easy. Like they could create a pretzel out of it that, yeah, for some they will cut the hand and feet, and for some they will crucify. But no, it's summa. Then I will crucify you all. Like how silly it is. This is like, how can a person with a very low IQ, maybe -10, will even accept this as an argument that this is said by a god?
Well, you see, Mohammed Hijab accepts this, and he was educated at, was it Harvard that he was educated at? I forget what place he always banters around. It was Oxford. They always claim some high level of education, and it's like, then stop making such stupid statements.
The level of Harvard has gone down the drain, brother. If he got a degree from Harvard or something like that, like we need to skip Harvard now.
So I got at least one person in the chat saying I think it's Harvard.
Okay, then never go to Harvard again. Okay, nobody should actually apply for Harvard now.
No, they should sue him to get the degree back because don't associate with us. No.
Okay. So anyhow, so we have seen crucifixion, but brother, when the crucifixion actually happened, Allah denied it.
The only actual crucifixion that actually historically happened in the Quran, he denies. Yes, that is actually extremely funny.
So Quran chapter 4, verse number 157, the crucifixion which actually happened and people saw it, Allah said, no, 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 it didn't happen. وَقَوْلِهِمْ إِنَا قَتَلْنَا الْمَسِيحِ عِيسَى ibn Maryam رَسُولَ اللَّهِ وَمَا قَتَلُوا وَمَا صَلَبُوا. They never killed him, nor did they crucify. And indeed, we have killed Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary, the messenger of Allah, and they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him. So the actual crucifixion, for which you have the historical record, for which all the historians in the world actually says that this really happened. Any renowned historian in the world who looked at the historical evidences, they actually says that yes, even if they are atheist, agnostic, or whatever, whether they believe in the divinity of Christ or not, they say yes, there was a person named Jesus at that particular time who was killed according to the killing style of the Romans, namely crucifixion on the cross on or around Passover at that particular time. So the actual crucifixion, which is proven by the history, Allah denies it. What should we do, brother?
And this is so strange because it seems like he was passing out crucifixions left and right beforehand. And then it gets to the actual, like, okay, this is a no-brainer. We could all agree that this actually happened. He's like, nah, not you. We're not going to give it to you. No, you can't have it. What?
Oh man. So if we look at, Thales, the first century Sumerian historian, he writes about it. Phlegon, the first century historian, writes about it. Lucian, the second century Jewish person, I forgot who that guy was, writes about it. Barcephon, in his ladder in the 73 AD, he writes about this crucifixion. Josephus, a Jew, in the 90 AD, he writes about it, that we saw it, it happened. Tacitus, if I'm pronouncing his name right, which is a Roman historian, which is around the second century, 110 to 150 AD. He's writing about it that yes, we did kill Jesus according to the crucifixion standard of that time on the order of Roman prefect, namely Pilate. So all the first century and second century historians, whether they are Jew, which are against Jesus, whether they are Romans who captured the land, or they are Christians, they are all writing about the crucifixion. So it's a historical fact.
Yeah, and some of these sources were anti-Christian. Were actively trying to destroy Christianity. But yet, they all get this right. And Islam over here coming, again, 600 years later, can't get this story right.
And Allah says, no, all the historians are wrong. You as a Muslim has to believe me. We did not crucify him. Brother, what should we do?
Well, I think, you could take the approach of Ali Dawa, which is just submit blindly and do not question. Or you can question. In that case, that would lead you out of Islam very easily.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. The beautiful part.
What's a beautiful
I'll give
part?
you another
Beautiful parts.
Muhammad had to deny this crucifixion, because this crucifixion finishes everything. This makes everything complete. If he would not deny it, how can he be a prophet changing everything what Christ told and said and completed? So he had to deny this one. That's the problem. That's the reason. But like, let me go from a sadder moment to a good moment. The birds have prophets and the books.
I've heard that, yes.
Now let's see. Quran talks about it. And there is no creature in the world, on the earth or in the air, like birds that fly with the wings, except communities like you. They are all communities like you. They have a father, they have a mother, they have a grandchildren, they have a king, and there is a kingmaker, and they have elections who will be the king, and so on and so forth, and they live together. And Allah is not neglecting them and giving them a register, not a register. What the hell, man? Fil kitab, the book.
Al-Kitabi.
Allah gave them the book. So they have prophets. They've been given the book, register, a thing. Then unto their Lord they will be gathered. There you go.
So this is so incredibly different than the concept of that, God is sovereign. They don't need to be told, animals don't need to be told that God is sovereign. Here, they're giving a specific book, that would be the Quran, given to each animal group, to the birds and the bees. And again, it makes a claim that we can test. It says that they all have communities.
Yeah.
But that's not true. All animals do not have communities.
Absolutely.
There are many animals that are on their own. And even those that do have communities, some of them are not like human communities at all.
Does anybody has a community like men? No.
No.
Nobody
not as
takes
complex.
Care. Yeah, none. Because yes, the parents would take care of their children until they grow old and then fly off. That's it. And that's not in all of them. Like, for example, if you talk about snakes, most of these species of the snakes would eat their own children.
Mm-hmm.
And they will start running. Whichever runs from the mother is going to survive. So it's not like, this is so silly to say all of them has community like men, like human being.
What would be a community defined as? If you say, well, just a family
it is
group,
defined as like you. It says like you. Communities like you,
so
like human beings.
You look at something in the area like alligators. Alligators don't have communities like you. No, not at all. They don't have family groups. They have the female takes care of the babies, sure, as minimum as she can, and then she's out. But that's not the same as humans. That's not the same community. Definitions matter.
Except KL said, yeah, monkeys marry. And if a monkey will have sexual intercourse out of marriage, the other monkeys will stone her to death. That's what the hadith of Bukhari says. But yeah, we are not talking about monkeys. Monkeys live in community. So according to Allah, monkey. I think they were looking at monkeys only. Isn't that true, Eric? They were only looking at monkeys.
Well, I don't remember the last time I seen a monkey stoning happening. Maybe it's just very rare. Maybe they're very faithful.
Maybe.
It seems like an odd statement to me, at least.
True that. But yeah, let's move forward. I have to show one more thing. Very important, brother. Very important. If you understand this, that is why Allah said that He has done this. Brother, I tried my level best. I went out, I started running, and I started spreading my wings, and I started flapping my hands so hard I couldn't fly. Brother, how birds fly?
Ah, yes, I do know how birds fly according to the Quran. They're held aloft by Allah.
Do they not see the birds controlled in the atmosphere? Where the hell is atmosphere? In the air. I don't know. I hate these people. Musakhirat, controlled in what fiju, midst of the sama, in the air, in the sky. Man of the sky. None holds them up except Allah. Brother, that is why you as a human cannot fly. Because Allah does not hold you when you try to fly. Allah hold only the birds when they try to fly. Only the birds. That's why you cannot fly.
That's very odd because I have flown. So Allah must hold up all the planes that fly, according to this. Again, it's not that Allah designed them to be able to fly. It's that He is the one who is physically holding up each bird himself. He's really busy.
Absolutely, absolutely. What can I say? What can I say, brother?
It's very odd. Then why do the birds poop on the Kaaba? Because they do fly over the Kaaba, even though Muslims will claim that they don't. And they do poop on the Kaaba. But if Allah is the one holding them up, wouldn't Allah make sure they go around or drop them because they are disobedient little Muslim birds?
There are non-Muslim birds.
The non-Muslim birds, I guess. Well, then they can't fly because Allah won't hold up non-Muslim birds because they would be like the worst of all birds. So maybe that's penguins. Maybe penguins are non-Muslim birds and all the other birds are Muslim birds. There you go. There's the answer. Look at the miracle. We just found it.
What did you find? You find something else? Give it to me.
No, I just found that the penguins must be non-Muslim. So there's proof that there are non-Muslim birds because they can't fly, and the reason why they can't fly is because Allah won't hold non-Muslim.
No,
birds
brother, no,
up.
they are not. They are not non-Muslim. They are Muslims, brother. Actually, it is too cold over there. Allah doesn't go there. It's just too cold.
Well then, what about the ostriches?
They are too big.
They're too big.
Yeah.
Allah can't hold up something that big. Except, isn't Allah holding up the sky? Because if not, then it would fall down upon our heads.
No. Allah, no. Allah made invisible pillars, with pillars that you can't see. So the sky is up because of the invisible pillar. See, I busted you, man. Now
Very good.
Now you have to accept Islam. Now you have to accept Islam. So, brother, I heard that you know English very well.
I try.
You try? All right. So I'm putting up a teaser today of a song that is coming, which will have a video. So I have like a 2.5 minutes of a teaser. Would you be able to listen to it and understand it without the subtitles?
If it's in English, yeah.
All right, there you go. Here we go, guys. One last time.
Yo, baby, listen up. Claim what's yours now. Ain't no dude rolling you, so pick your vow. Half brain, half belief, half the wealth you claim. In Islam, if you naked, girl, don't play that game. Still you fighting hard like a chicken for KFC. Deceived by the blind, do your faith really see? Your Quran's hiding secrets, dimming your spark. Your Allah's the real devil, lurking in the dark. I'm Adam, yeah, I said it. Your daddy in this game. I'm Adam, you know the name, don't you dare put shame. I'm Adam, can't you see I'm your nightmare, boo? I'm Adam, call me what you like, I'm the truth. If cashier dropping wisdom, cur to be in play. You testing my gang, I'll expose your whole way. I see you fronting, acting like you legit, but your Allah know you lying out here playing that shit. Islam broke my heart, lost my crew, bond was through. Thought I found the truth, but it was a lie, who knew? Left the faith on the road, torn from the divine. Tears flow like rivers, left my home behind. Pride I wore like a crown, turned to dust in the blaze. Had a prophet on my mind, bowed my head in shame. Now I'm down, just a victim of struggle and blame. Lost in the streets, trying to figure out my name. Spit on your blind faith, I stay true, no faking it. Temptation of paradise, nah, I ain't chasing it. You brought the blade down, but I wield the pen. Armored and truth, ain't no stopping me, friend. I'm Murtadeen, that's my style. This ain't just fashion, it's my life for a while. I'm Adam, yeah, I'm Adam, watch me rise, no doubt. I'm Adam, can't shake me, hear me shout. I'm Adam, yeah, I said Adam, your daddy in this game. I'm Adam, yo, know the name, don't you dare put shame. I'm Adam, can't you see, I'm your nightmare, boo. I'm Adam, call me what you like, I'm the truth.
There you go, buddy. It's just a teaser of 2 minutes. We're gonna put up the whole song within a few weeks, and you're gonna enjoy it with the video and all. And that is why Sense9 said, I'm Adam, your daddy in the game, almond in truth. I'm Adam, your daddy in the game, almond in truth. I'm Adam. Thank you, Sense8. Appreciate it. And Alec, what do you think?
So when's the record coming out?
In a couple of weeks.
That's a pretty awesome song. I like it.
I'm glad you like it. I am glad you like it.
Is it going to be available on Spotify?
I'm going to put it up in SoundCloud.
Okay.
Okay, Spotify as well. I'll try to put it up in Spotify as well. So
yeah, gotta cover all your bases. Make sure it's out there everywhere.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. All right. I hope everyone loved this stream today. We have Sense8 here, Sense8, and we have Jose here. Jose and Sense8, welcome.
Hey, Adam, just got off my shift and just heard your song. It's fantastic, phenomenal, bro.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We have somebody very good who made all this possible. I do not have the permission from him to say his name at this moment, but once I have the permission, I will tell everyone. But yeah, it's not done by me. It's done by somebody really special. So yeah.
They got some
I
real
know
good
that. I know
skills.
who that. I'm sorry. I know who that person is, and I would like to say thank to him. It's Mrityunjay, of course. So thank you.
No, it's not. It's not him. So don't say anybody else's name out of the blue. It's not him. Mrityunjay makes our Hindi song, not the English song. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So thank you, brother.
Thank you so much, man.
For
Have a
joining
nice
it.
one.
You too. Take care. Josie. Mr. Josie. Mr. Josie. You're watching TV. Okay, there's some noise on his side, but he can't hear us. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I think there was another guy, Josie, that was here, and I added him. I think he just was not available at this time. So before I close the stream, Eric, what do you think about today's stream? What do you have to say about the song? What do you have to say about anything that you want to add before we end the stream, brother?
Song's good. Again, as we've gone through the Quran itself, it is full of holes. There's so many blunders within it. It is crazy. Again, just one of the ones that really stands out for me is the whole chainmail, because I've heard that as a miracle claimed by Muslims, and I'm like, but that would be so history breaking. That would be that would have been like a holy relic that they would have held on to forever, and this would be noted down everywhere, and there would be no reason for the Jews to hide this. There really wouldn't have been. In fact, there would have been every reason for them to have promoted it. So it just makes no logical sense, as well as all the references to crucifixion, which we know was not a thing that was going on. Although, again, I would have liked to have seen the armless, legless crucifixion. That would be, I'd like to at least see a diagram of how that would work, because I'm not sure myself, and that would be at least an interesting brain exercise, if nothing else. But I think that's about all I have on it.
What about coins?
Oh, coins. The currency. Yeah. Don't use modern if you're going back in time, don't place a dollar bill inside Jesus's pocket. No, it didn't happen. Jesus was not sold for $15. It's not a thing. But yet that's the same sort of logic used here.
Joseph was used 30. or whatever, some, not some, sorry, 30 is for this, but like it's like some coins. But by the way, dirhams, which is even more stupid, like when Allah would use dirham in any way or form. But anyhow, I think this is so silly. Like, I think even one of these arguments should be more than sufficient for anyone to leave Islam. Like, even one. We just gave like 5 of them. Even one of them will be should be more than sufficient. And
again, that goes back to how Muslims view the Quran as being the direct, literal word of Allah. And in that case, there shouldn't be these blunders. Definitely when it claims that there are definitely no blunders in here, that there are no contradictions, that there are no mistakes. But yet we see that, and it's not, again, it's always from his point of view. So it's always from a divine point of view. So he should not make such simple mistakes.
But apparently that's what Allah does. Anyhow, that's how it is. What can we do? So guys, thank you so very much for being here. I think Eric has actually summarized it in a most beautiful manner. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for give me a second. All right, Peroxism already said that. So happy that everyone is liking the song. So this is the guy who created this song, and he already said that. There we go. Like I said, I don't have the permission. Now he just said it. Peroxism is the person behind this beautiful, beautiful song. So thank you, Peroxism. I'm gonna put it up once I create the video of it, the whole song. Today I was just showing out some teaser so that people are going to be ready and waiting for the full song. The song is, it's a beautiful composition, absolutely great lyrics. So we're gonna put it up very soon. So thank you everyone. Thank you, Paroxysm. Thank you everyone for being here. Take care. Have a blessed day, evening, or night, wherever you are. And I will see you on Thursday again. Same channel, but different time in the Pacific time zone at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Yeshua Akbarul Azim. God bless you all.